Dr. Davis, what do I do?
John, she needs an abortion, or she's going to die from the pregnancy.
Sorry, that's not happening.
What are you doing? Who are you?
I'm your Republican congressman. Now that we're in charge, we banned abortion. No exceptions.
You can't do this. She's dying.
I won the last election, so it's my decision. But don't worry, you can still have children, just not with her.
This is so egregious. It was paid for by a PAC supporting Kamala Harris called the Progressive Action Fund. And every word of that is a lie, even in the deepest red states that have passed far more restrictive abortion laws. Every single one allows an abortion to save the life of the mother. Every single one. And any state that tried to pass a law that didn't allow that would see its law overturned immediately by the U.S. Supreme Court. This is such a lie. Maybe I'm just naive, Steve Bannon, but there used to be a day where if you told like a little fib in a campaign ad, you'd probably get called out on it. It might be a story. But this kind of fear-mongering used to be condemned by left and right. This is outrageous, but abortion is her greatest hope.
The reason that's effective, that spot's an effective spot. They're going to keep using it because it's effective. They don't care about the rules. They put her on Saturday Night Live when Lauren Roberts swore he wasn't going to do that to violate the FCC. They removed a president of the United States. They removed Biden, who was their nominee, in a period of a week because they knew he couldn't beat Trump. There's no law they won't break. There's no custom or tradition they won't go against. And so, yes, the abortion issue has been one of the axes in the space that they use to get get young women to rally to their cause, and it's been effective. You just have to. President Trump has, I think, done what everybody planned to do: is have it turned back to the states, and even conservative states like Kansas and Ohio are going to not have the types of right to life that a lot of the right to life members thought conservative states will have. That's fine, but they've been very effective on this, coloring outside the lines. Remember, this is raw politics about power and control, and they don't have their rule book is victory. Their rule book is winning. In prison in Danbury, there were a bunch of men there that had been praying the rosary in front of abortion clinics. They had sentenced, I think, 2 or 3 70 their 70s to. This is not a camp. They're in a federal prison, low security, but these low security prisons are tough. They're not in a camp. They sentenced, I think, 2 or 3 women in their 70s while I was there. Tina Peters got sentenced to 9 years. She's a Gold Star mother. Look, they play Smash Mouth. They understand. Nancy Pelosi and these people understand what power is, and they know how to use power. And the Republican Party has had a very tradition of kind of play by, Dudley Do Right, Mitt Romney, Marquis of Queensbury, and that's one of the reasons they hate Trump. Trump and the people around him, they've got some brawlers, right? Who are not going to back down. But that ad, as horrible as it is, I'm sure it's quite effective.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the reports are that it's allegedly swaying independent male voters by some decent margin, as untrue as it is. I want to talk about the Both Sides Live that's resurrected now in the final days. They must have some good data on this. Barack Obama got out there and spread this. Listen to Obama in SOT 7.
Maybe you're Muslim American or Jewish American, and you are heartbroken and furious about the ongoing bloodshed in the Middle East and worried about the rise of anti-Semitism. Why would you place your faith in somebody who instituted a so-called Muslim ban, who sat down for pleasantries with Holocaust deniers, who said that there were very fine people on both sides of a white supremacist rally?
Now, he knows better. It's just, I don't know. Am I being Pollyanna, thinking that the former president of the United States shouldn't be openly lying about something that's been fact-checked by a left-leaning organization like Snopes? There's zero chance he didn't know or wasn't told that that's a blatant lie. So it's just all about, as you point out, victory. And by the way, is is Team Red going to do this at this level, at this egregious level about Kamala? Because I'll tell you, just thinking about my remarks tonight at the Trump rally, I kind of decided I would stick to the truth. I thought that might be an important thing to do.
Well, I think the truth about her and about their policies are blatant. But remember, we fought wars in Iraq on weapons of mass destruction. We've never really investigated or put on trial the people that brought on the 2008 financial crash. You had Bernie Madoff, but he was marginalia to what the crises were. They're lying to you all the time. Look at what they did to the parents that tried to make sure there wasn't pornography in the school library, or make sure their kids were getting education and not having DEI and all this. They'll lie to your face. Right there, Obama will sit right there and lie to your face. But the reason it doesn't resonate, and I think it's not resonating, is that they also understand, African American and black men particularly, understand that this crowd allowed 10 to 15 million illegal alien migrants into the country, and Wall Street and that supported it are not going to. They're not going to. Trump is going to have the biggest battle in American domestic history to deport anybody. And the black and Hispanic community understand it. It's driven down their wages. It's made their life tougher. It's made their communities more crime-ridden. So no, there's nothing the other side won't do to take and hold power, including looking you right in the eye and lie about it. So no, it doesn't shock me to the degree it's effective. I think we come back, and that's why I would like the closing message. I'm glad you're talking about that, is to be quite focused on just pure economics right now and the lived experience of working class and middle class people, because I think that's the biggest winner we've got.
Mm-hmm. The New York Times may be doing a long piece on you and election denialism. I wonder whether they'll do a long piece on Jamie Raskin and his plans for denying the election if Trump wins, because he's making it really explicit. He went on Bill Maher this weekend, and here's what he said in SOT 14.
When I say we will support a free and fair election, no, we're not going to allow them to steal it in the states or steal it at the Department of Justice or steal it with any other election official in the country. If it's a free and fair election, we will do what we've always done. We will honor it.
So, finally. Yeah, and that is the Democrats' history. They honor it. That is the big difference between the parties.
He sounds a little stop the stealy, Steve. Your prediction, if Trump does pull this off, what the Democrats will do to him between November 5th and mid-January?
Well, Bill Maher in that interview was goading him on, saying it's not good. I need to be more specific. We need to know exactly how you're going to basically not allow Trump to return to the White House. In Rolling Stone magazine, Nancy Pelosi gave an interview, which she said 3 times. Her purpose in life is to make sure Trump is not reelected and never sets foot again in the White House. They're obsessed with him because they understand he's led a populist revolt that, quite frankly, Megyn, has united disparate characters like Elon Musk, Robert Kennedy Jr., Danica Patrick, Tulsi Gabbard, Tucker Carlson, Steve Bannon, Megyn Kelly, all of whom have never agreed on anything, right? Totally. They were all united in kind of this. No, think about it. They united us in many others that, David Sachs and other people that have never been part of this have united us in an effort to understand we're trying to save the country. So Raskin and Mark Elias can't be dismissed. Mark Elias is the toughest election lawyer in the country. He set up an office in Las Vegas. That's how serious they are. Jamie Raskin is a brilliant constitutional lawyer. He has already said on many occasions he will not. They take the House by 1 seat, which is possible because the House is in the balance. They will not certify Trump on January 6th. They will say, hey, look, we had a committee. That committee was for 2 years. The Republicans never refuted and never dismissed the committee. They talked about it on Fox, but they never took action on it. Peter Navarro went to prison. Steve Bannon went to prison. We sent criminal indictments over on Trump. 3 of those went to a grand jury. He's indicted. They're all insurrectionists, and we're not going to seat him. And they're going to try to get a contingent election, set aside the election tomorrow. They're already drafting. Andy Biggs told us last week on the show that he knows Democrats are already drafting articles of impeachment on Trump in case they take the House by 1 seat. So this is trench warfare. People understand tomorrow is everything and we have to win. But don't think we're back in the 70s or 80s that there'll be congratulations, we'll get you next time. No. They're going to fight this every day with Mark Elias, the Culinary Union, their operatives, the media, MSNBC, Jim Rutenberg, and much, much more. And, billionaires, Reid Hoffman, underwriting things, fight it all the way through the new Congress being seated on January 3rd, fight it on January 6th. And even after he takes the oath of office in January, don't think it's going to get any better. There's not going to be any, honeymoon in 100 days, nothing like that. Every day is going to be a struggle. And one side's going to win and one side's going to lose. And what they hope to do is dispirit us and just say, we can't take it anymore. I want to go play tennis or golf or pickleball or something. The side that wins here is the side that doesn't quit. If we don't quit, we'll win. And tomorrow is a big benchmark on how prepared we are to do the work that's necessary by working class people in this country to make sure you send a message to these folks that, hey, under no circumstances, whether I'm black, Hispanic, Arab American, wherever you're Jewish, a white working class, that, hey, we're going to take our country back.
A woman. On your point of the just unique group that Trump has managed to assemble to help him in this next term if he wins it, the great Nicole Shanahan, who was RFKJ's running mate, has put out yet another spectacular ad. God, she's good. And it features some of that cast. Take a look at this in SOT 1.
What will we do with this moment? How will we be remembered? Look at the opportunities before us.
This election really isn't about the left versus the right. It's about we, the people, choosing our government and the choice between freedom versus tyranny.
Nobody has a chronic disease burden like we have. Why are we allowing this to happen to our children? Ultimately, the only thing that will save our country is if we choose to love our kids more than we hate each other.
What is going on here is deeper than politics. It is deeply spiritual. We are being called to rise above the hatred and the fear and the evil.
We need to remember above and beyond that we must love our neighbors, that we must treat other people as we hope to be treated.
You want to be a rebel? You want to be a hippie? You want to stick it to the man? Show up on your college campus and try calling yourself a conservative.
America is going to reach heights that it has never seen before. The future is going to be amazing!
Don't you want healthy children? Don't you want a president that's going to make America healthy again?
I come to you today as a former Democrat. I will be a first-time Trump voter tonight.
The people dreamed this country, and it's the people who are making America great again.
Extraordinary. So well done. Very moving, Steve, and perfectly captures some of what we could get, what could be, as Kamala Harris might say, as a result of tomorrow's vote. You know how much my family and I love our dogs, right? I can't even imagine life without them. They've got a great life, but some dogs are not so lucky. And that's why I'm so glad to tell you about Delta Rescue. It's the largest no-kill, care-for-life animal sanctuary in the world. They have rescued thousands of dogs, plus cats and horses too. They provide all the animals with shelter, safety, and most of all, love. And they've been doing it for more than 45 years now. Delta Rescue relies solely on contributions, and giving can bring tax benefits too. Speak with your estate planner about how you can grow your estate while helping animals in need. And check out the estate planning tab on their website to learn more. We love our Thunder and Strudwick, but would like for other dogs who need love to find it too. Visit deltarescue.org today to learn more. That's deltarescue.org. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.